It began with a clip that exploded across social media like wildfire. The camera caught Brittney Griner walking off the court, towel slung over her shoulder, her expression sharp and unbothered, her silence louder than any outburst. She didn't shake hands. She didn't look back. She just disappeared down the tunnel as thousands of fans watched in stunned confusion. Within hours, the internet had dissected every frame, every movement, every word that might have been uttered. Some claimed she said something that crossed the line. Others insisted she was just frustrated. But the truth is, what the world saw in that moment wasn't just a player losing her temper. It was the frustration of a legend watching the game she once owned evolve without her. For over a decade, Brittney Griner was untouchable. She wasn't just a star, she was the star. Her dominance at Baylor made her a household name long before the WNBA began marketing its stars on a global scale. Standing 6'9" with a wingspan that made defenders look helpless, she wasn't just a basketball player. She was a spectacle. Every dunk, every block, every highlight reel was a statement that women's basketball could be just as thrilling, just as explosive as anything in the NBA. She carried the Phoenix Mercury, she carried the league, and she carried expectations that would have crushed anyone else. Then came 2022, and everything changed. What was supposed to be another international off-season turned into a nightmare that captured the world's attention. Arrested in Russia, detained for months and sentenced under circumstances that became a political flashpoint, Brittney Griner became more than an athlete. She became a global symbol of vulnerability and resilience. When she finally returned home, thinner, quieter, and clearly shaken, the applause was thunderous. Every arena she walked into became a standing ovation. For a moment, she was back where she belonged, in the spotlight, admired not just for her skill, but for her strength. But the sports world doesn't stand still. While Brittney was rebuilding her life and her game, a new phenomenon was emerging in Iowa. Caitlin Clark, with her range, swagger, and ice-cold confidence, was turning college basketball into a primetime event. Her highlights didn't just trend, they broke records. By the time she declared for the WNBA draft, she wasn't just the future of the league, she was the league's next big business. When the Indiana Fever drafted her first overall, everything changed. Ticket prices spiked overnight. National TV deals multiplied. Her jersey sold out before she even played a game. The WNBA had never seen a rookie command this kind of attention, and that spotlight, bright as it was, cast a long shadow. For players like Brittney Griner, that shift was impossible to ignore. She had fought through injuries, controversies, and trauma to keep the league alive, only to see the cameras turn to someone new. The media that once framed her as the face of women's basketball now followed every move Caitlin made. Even endorsement deals that once featured Griner began quietly transitioning toward Clark's image. Nike Wilson, State Farm, all the giants that had once championed equality campaigns through Griner's story now saw their future in the young rookie from Iowa. At first, Brittney handled it with grace. Publicly, she supported the league's growth. She called Caitlin's popularity a good for the game, but beneath that professionalism, something was shifting. Every press conference question about the Caitlin Clark effect was a reminder of how fast fame fades. Every comparison between their impact was another subtle jab at her legacy. And then came the controversy that poured gasoline on the fire. The viral moment when fans claimed they could read her lips mouthing a phrase that sparked accusations of racism. Together, whether they realize it or not, they're shaping the most pivotal era in women's basketball history. So maybe Brittney's frustration wasn't a meltdown at all. Maybe it was a reminder that she's still here, still fighting, still part of the story. Because the game may have new faces, but legends don't fade, they adapt. What do you think? Is Brittney Griner's fire a sign of frustration or the spark of a comeback we've all been waiting for? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe, because this clash of eras is just getting started, and the next chapter in the WNBA evolution might be its most dramatic yet.